We are on a good look with Poetry Bars and Hooks, and this is our business segment. And we are highlighting the beautiful Quintel Hickman. Quinnell,
Yeah.
where I see a T at? I need to take these glasses off. They ain't for reading. Look. Pardon me, Quinnell. I think I did that earlier too. Pardon me. Hi, Quinnell.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
So we are here to talk about you and your business. It is counseling to comfort.
Yes.
Okay, and you are from where,
I am from
Quinna?
the Bronx, New York.
BX in the building. So am I. So is DWY.
Okay.
Yes, we are
Better know
Bronx
it.
heavy up in here. That's what's up. All right, so give us a little feedback for our listeners who are not familiar with their brand. What is it that you do and offer?
Yeah, so I am focusing on making people happy, okay?
Hey.
If you are sad, if you're depressed, if you're stressed, you're anxious, come see me. If you are in a relationship and you're like, my partner does not listen, make sure that you come see me. Counseling to comfort.
Oh, so a relationship expert too.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I know a few people I can send to you.
Yes, definitely. Send them my way. Send them my way.
That's what's up. Well, talking about relationships, you have a speed dating event coming up.
Yes, yeah.
Please talk to me about the concept and give us some details. on it.
Yeah, so the concept is you get more dates for less money and less time, okay? If you're super busy and you're like, I don't really have time, or you're tired of the apps. Like the apps, people are tired of scrolling. People are tired of going to try to approach people in person and not sure if they're available. And so I'm like, you know what? I have a space. You will know everybody there wants to be with someone, and you will know that they are interested in what you have going on. And so, yeah, you come to speed dating, and once you get your match, then you get a full date plan. So you don't have to worry about the stress of planning the first date either.
Oh, so you take care of that.
I take care of that.
That
If
is
the
nice.
first date will be a sip and paint if once you find your match. And then let's say for some reason you're like, oh, I wasn't really feeling the matches, then you can walk out with a training session. So a gym training session. So there's something, and then it's also a game night. And we'll
Okay.
be having a conversation with some dating tips at the end. So it's pretty much a lot for, the price of one ticket.
That is really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So is there like a certain age range that you're focusing on?
Yeah, so 28 to 45. We're
Okay.
gonna, we'll have a mix. It'll be men and women, 28 to 45. So if you guys are looking for your person, make sure you come out to Queens, New York this Sunday at 4 p.m.
Yes, please give us that information.
I
Say
will. I
where it's
will.
at.
It is at Juice That Simple. It's a juice bar, so there'll also be some healthy eats if you made some New Year's goals and you're like, don't try me. I got you. I thought about it.
Nice. I may have to stop through.
Yes,
Come see what
girl.
that's about.
Make sure you come. Bring a friend.
And so, what makes your speed dating event different from others?
Yeah, because I'm a licensed therapist and
Okay.
I'm trained to look at people and tell when a conversation is going to go well in 3 minutes, right? So I will have questions for you to make sure that your conversation goes well, and then there'll be some dating tips at the end for you for the dates.
This is nice. This is definitely something different.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of a speed dating that actually has somebody who is licensed. So definitely makes a big
Yeah,
difference.
I'm excited
I'm
for it.
excited for you. But I feel like I need to go out there just to view. I'm gonna just be the camera
Just if you are you
person.
not sitting down, we'll take it. We'll have you look this time, and then you'll get
Yeah,
the next
let
one.
me do that. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
No problem.
Who wants to come with me? Who be my partner? Come with me. Look. So talk to us, because besides having this fun event, you focus on therapy and making people happy.
Yeah.
Why is therapy important?
Therapy is important, especially in the people of color, that community, Black community, which is what I'm a part of. I grew up in a household that it was like one parent said you can talk about problems, the other parent was like, I don't want to hear it, right? And so I'm doing this for people who are still in that in-between stage, who are like, I want to speak, but I don't know how much to say or to who, and I really just need a safe space. So for me, it's about, one, having a safe space, making you feel comfortable, counseling to comfort, right? But then also having you get tools and tips, because sometimes everybody has a person, right? Like a friend, but I think sometimes your friend may only be able to take you but so far. And so that's what I'm doing this for. So for me, it's virtual services, and I think people have to get what they came to get out of therapy. And so I do a lot of checking in to see where the goals are. I'm the type of person that I'm like, what are your goals for real? We're going to sit, we're going to talk about it, we're going to track it, because I don't want to have you in therapy taking up your money forever. I want to make sure that you get what you need to get, and then I'm here if you need me. But the goal is, to one day for you to not need me. So really make sure that we're hitting your goals.
Understood. And not just talking.
Right.
Not just talking. Like,
Correct.
just sitting there taking
Every day talking
yeah,
about every
or
session.
and maybe the same thing repetitive too. And I said this the other day on our panel that we had over the weekend, is that it's very important for us to have people who understand what we've been through,
Right.
not talking to someone of another
Understand the
race
culture.
who doesn't understand
Yeah.
exactly our troubles, our struggles. So this is nice. All right. Okay, so how can anyone that is interested learn more about your services?
Yes, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok at counseling to comfort _PLLC, or you can find me on Facebook at counseling to comfort.
Okay, all right. But if you don't mind, can I go back into a little bit of what I was reading as far as your father being a spark in what you did?
Yes,
okay.
That's the parent that said we need to talk about.
See, because I went through that experience too. I went through that. You can't say anything. To be quiet. Shut up.
Right.
Right. But
Right.
now I get paid to speak. So.
And I know that's right. I know that's right.
So tell us how important it was for your dad to be there, and how was his influence for you.
Yeah, it was very important. So my dad was a psychology major.
Okay.
And so he just raised me and my siblings to just constantly talk about things. If he was very, well, he still is. He's very attentive, right?
Okay.
Like if he sees that something is off with you, he'll really ask. And he does it in a way that he doesn't force you to talk about it, but he will just let you know that you have a safe space to talk, right? And so for me, that's important. That was important for me growing up because it was modeled for me. But now I try to be that safe space for people who are coming to sessions. It's just important to have a space where you unload, because the biggest thing now, everybody is into physical health and going to the gym, right? But stress, trauma, all trauma is just a lot of stress, like a heavy amount of stress, right? And that tends to show up in your body. So now we're talking about fitness and making sure that we're right, but if your emotions are not right, it really impacts your body.
Right.
So sooner or later you have to address it. You need to get these things out into the open.
Okay. Do you think that word trauma is like being overused? Do you think?
I do. I think I think that it is a buzzword. That
narcissism, because they don't even. Yeah, it's not even applied right.
People don't know that. To even say that somebody has a narcissistic personality disorder, it takes a year for even the psychologist to diagnose that, right? So we're just walking around labeling people. So yeah, I do think that. So I also am pretty big on normalizing things, right, and making sure that we're not just out here saying that people have diseases and issues and things that they don't. Especially when we all experience some level of sadness, some level of worry, some level of stress, right? And so just to not make it seem like this person is crazy because they're going to therapy.
Right. And that's a lot of issues in our community, right? Because that's what we scared of.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, I don't want nobody to know I'm going to therapy. I'm not going to therapy.
Nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, ain't that?
Right.
It's not a matter of the fact that anything is wrong with you. There are just some things that are wrong, right? Or things that have happened. And we just need to learn how to let it out and be able to have that safe space like your dad provided for you.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't have safe spaces.
Right. And it lingers if you hold on to it, right? So it just makes sense to give it its time and giving something time to kind of go through its course. I think of things in waves, right? Sometimes when you first go through something, it's really intense, the emotions.
Right.
But then once you give it time, once you properly address it and work to heal it, then it feels less intense, almost like a wave that, it's intense at a certain point, but then it dies down. So, but if you don't give it that proper time, it might be, like I said before, like stress tends to show up in your body. You start to treat people nasty. You don't know what people don't want to be around you, right? It has different ways of being sneaky and impacting you.
Absolutely. So is there one tip that you want to give somebody before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Oh, that is such a broad question. One tip, if we're talking about, let's just say joy, right? Because we're all chasing that. If you can do one thing to make somebody else feel good, that's one way that you can help yourself to feel good.
Absolutely. So one more time, please tell us where the event is and how they can find you.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yes, so the event is in Queens, New York at Juice That Simple. And if you want to find me, I know I just said a whole bunch of IG handles, but you can go to my website, www.counselingtocomfort.com, and you'll find me in all my socials there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you. Are you still in the Bronx?
I am still in the Bronx.
Okay. You're still in the Bronx. You see?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'll see you guys in Queens on Sunday.
Yes.
Bring a friend.
That is for sure. So we'll see. I roll a lot of places by myself, but I'm going to definitely make my way out there.
That's fine. I'm going to get you sitting down.
And her name is Quinnell.
Yes.
Pardon,
No
Quinnell
worries.
Hickman. And again, that is Counseling to Comfort.
Yes.
All right. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.